Elias Pettersson, of course, hasn't been the same since January 2024. But as the Canucks face another year at the bottom of the standings, the solution to fixing their $11 million man might be a 30-year-old blast from the past. In their one full season together, Pettersson hit a career-high 102 points, and Andrei Kuzmenko slapped home 39 goals. Since then, it's been a revolving door of line mates and a nosedive in production. Now, Kuzmenko is a free agent once again. The projected cost only $4 million. So, is a reunion the grand slam move to resuscitate Pettersson's trade value and career, or are we just chasing ghosts at this point? Today, we're looking at why bringing back Kuzi is the low-risk gamble that the Vancouver Canucks should abso-freaking-lutely consider taking. Now, we're going to dive into an article that discusses this exact idea. I do believe we even actually talked about this maybe a year ago. So let's go ahead and dive into this. This article written by our good buddy, good friend, Trevor Beggs, also known as Beggsy from Locked On Canucks. And he titles it, Should Vancouver Bring Back Andrei Kuzmenko in Free Agency? It was one of Patrik Allvin's crowning achievements during his tenure with the Vancouver Canucks. In his first offseason as GM, Allvin convinced Andrei Kuzmenko to sign with the Canucks, even though more than half the league was after him. Signing top Russian free agents doesn't always work out, but Allvin hit an absolute grand slam during Kuzmenko's first NHL season, as Canuck fans will fondly remember. The Russian exploded in 22-23 for 39 goals and 74 points with the Canucks, largely riding shotgun alongside Elias Pettersson. Now, as we all know, Rick Tocchet took over as Canucks head coach, and Kuzmenko's opportunities dwindled because, as you guys probably remember, there was some friction between Kuzmenko and Rick Tocchet. Tocchet didn't like how he played defensively, and his ice time really dwindled, and he just could not repeat that same season under Rick Tocchet. He was later traded to the Calgary Flames in a deal that saw Elias Lindholm come back to the Canucks. That ended up being actually a dud because Lindholm ended up walking in free agency and signed with the Bruins. A lot has changed in Vancouver, obviously, since then. Allvin is gone, Tocchet is gone, and most of the roster has turned over. You couldn't blame Kuzmenko for feeling a little bitter about how things transpired in Vancouver, but could the pending unrestricted free agent be open to a reunion with the Canucks in 2026-27? Is it something that the Canucks should consider? And now here's another question. Is Kuzmenko still good? Remember, we mentioned he's 30 years old now. While Kuzmenko is a player who's run hot and cold throughout his NHL career, he has had success in spurts since leaving Vancouver. He scored at a 40-goal, 71-point pace in 29 games for the Flames in 23-24. He then dipped for Calgary in 24-25, showing a propensity for slipping offensively once again. Kuzmenko was traded twice in 24-25, once to the Philadelphia Flyers, and shortly thereafter to the LA Kings. He once again picked up his production with 22 points in 29 games between the two teams. Kuzmenko also had 3 goals and 6 points in 6 playoff games for the Kings last season, not this most recent playoffs, but the prior year against the Oilers. The 6-foot winger's consistency issues returned in 25-26, where he had 12 goals and 25 points in 53 games. However, his production was actually better in the second half of the season, where he had 10 goals and 19 points in 30 games, despite largely playing bottom 6 minutes. Although he may frustrate coaches, his skill set is, of course, undeniable, even if it only shows up on occasion. Throughout his 4-year NHL career, Kuzmenko has averaged 26 goals and 55 points per 82 games, despite averaging just 15 minutes and 16 seconds of ice time per contest. Now, Kuzmenko, Pettersson, and Canucks, low-cost risk. There's an argument that Pettersson hasn't been the same since Kuzmenko was traded, and that is a very valid argument because, as we mentioned, they seem to have the best chemistry together. At the very least, Pettersson's best career season came when he was playing alongside Kuzmenko. That was, of course, the 102-point season. The Canucks' $11.6 million center, of course, recorded 39 goals and 102 points, as we just mentioned, in 22-23, a season in which he spent 2/3 of his 5-on-5 minutes alongside Andrei Kuzmenko. So Kuzmenko was clearly a factor. It's easy to forget, but they were the primary reason to watch the Vancouver Canucks that season. I know I absolutely enjoyed watching the two of them tear it up together in that season. Are they likely to rekindle that chemistry if they were to reunite in Vancouver? It's, of course, unreasonable to expect them to recreate the same kind of magic, considering Pettersson's drop-off in speed, and, of course, as we mentioned earlier, the fact that Kuzmenko is now 30 years old. But really, what's the risk? Kuzmenko is a free agent with his contract projection from the AFP Analytics pegged at 2 years, $4 million per season, so about $8 million over 2 years. Canucks would be wise to target free agents like Kuzmenko to short-term deals in an attempt to see if they can enhance their value for a future trade. But what's more valuable for the Canucks arguably is resuscitating Pettersson's value. If Kuzmenko and Pettersson did rediscover some chemistry, would that entice a team to bite on acquiring the Canucks' embattled center? The best part is, if it doesn't work out, the risk is pretty low for a Canucks team that's expected to contend for the best draft lottery odds again in 2027. Not to mention, as we all know, the cap is, of course, rising. So let me know what you guys think about this idea of bringing back Andrei Kuzmenko. I know I love it for my own personal reasons. As you guys, for those of you who have been with the channel for, since the start, know how much I love Andrei Kuzmenko. For those of you that are new, I've been a huge Andrei Kuzmenko fan. I still have my Andrei Kuzmenko black skate jersey. And hey, if they brought Kuzmenko back, I would be over the freaking moon to bring back Kuzi. Stock up the bananas and Pepsi. Let's freaking do it. I'm so down for this. And the fact that they can get him for free, well, not free, but for $4 million per season for 2 years, sign me the fuck up for that. But I want to know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, on your way out, you can, of course, like the video and subscribe to The Line Change for more Canucks and draft-related content. You can also become a member of The Line Change, where you get exclusive perks and members-only videos. You also get early access to videos such as like this one. So go ahead, check that out. You can just have to hit the join button, and I would, of course, be greatly appreciated if you guys did that. But before I sign off, I want to give a shout out and thank you to the sponsor of this video, none other than, of course, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. The Stanley Cup playoffs are here, and DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL, has a new customer offer. When the ice gets coldest, the best players in the world show you exactly who they are. Playoff warriors turn it up round by round, and DraftKings turns it up with them from the first round all the way to the Stanley Cup final. Bet player props, bet live from the opening faceoff to the final horn. Every moment matters. New DraftKings customers bet just $5 and you'll get $100 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN so you're ready for the moment. That's code THPN. Turn $5 into $100 in bonus bets instantly in partnership with DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or 1-800-MY-RESET. New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. Connecticut, call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino in Kansas, wager tax pass-through may apply in Illinois. 21 and over in most states. Void in Ontario. Restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. Limited time offer.
Once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.